Oh, the settle.
That's going in.
The settle. Yeah, better.
Welcome back to the Hytale Log. I'm Kweebec Corner, your host for this epic installment in the lead up to the release of the largely anticipated and very exciting survival, open world, adventure, minigame, and server hosting multiplayer juggernaut that is Hytale. Today, I am joined by esteemed Terraria YouTuber ChippyGaming, who prior to today's meeting, I did not warn about this new and unexpectedly over-the-top character. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. The intro makes me beam. I love that.
Spectacular. Today's episode is sponsored by Server Pro. More on them later. Let's log.
Go get Server Pro.
Hi,
amazing.
Chippy. How's it going? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I love that intro. It's good.
Yeah, look, I've established boundaries with Kweebec Corner. He'll only intervene for the segments of the show that, he's a part of. He'll just sit back for now, though.
I love it. All right. Is he in on the surf? Oh, sorry. I said the brand name wrong. Sorry.
It's all good.
I was going to say, is he getting a cut of it? That's what I would say.
We don't talk business on the podcast, unfortunately.
All right.
The revenue splits are very, very secretive here.
All right. Well, I signed my NDA before I joined, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, perfect. You just keep that under wraps there.
All right.
So, if any of you watching at home have played Terraria, you'll likely have heard of this guy. Chippy is a master of the 2D craft, uploading tips and tricks, life hacks, update videos, and even full coverage of the game and modded content over on his second channel. He's established himself not only as the go-to name for Terrarian know-how, but also has an in-game item named after him, and as of the Hytale trailer, began looking to the world of Orbis for new potential adventures.
That's it.
You're canon in Terraria lore.
Yeah.
That's about as good as it gets for a content creator, surely,
I'm pretty
right?
happy, yeah. And I had to slowly build my way up to it. I started off with really small references in Terraria and got my item right at the very end.
Really? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You've been doing Terraria content since the beginning,
since
right?
Since day one. Yeah, I actually wrote an email to Red, the creator, when I was 13, and I was like,
wow.
Hi, the new game you're making looks really good. Can I maybe have a copy? And he ghosted me. No response. All this time.
And look at where you are now.
This YouTube channel's been a big ploy to get his attention. But yeah, I've been doing it since day one, since I was a little kid. Yeah.
And that was in 2011. So we're actually coming up on your 10-year anniversary, right?
Yeah, 10 years. I can't believe it, to be honest. It's actually gone very quick.
Wow, I should have looked this up as part of my research, but do you know how many videos you've uploaded roughly? That's
I think it's around 800 on ChippyGaming and around 1,100 on Chippy's Couch, since they're Let's Plays. They're a little bit easier to make.
Gotcha, yeah, but still so crazy just to think about the amount of minutes of content there is there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Insane.
It's a lot.
Do you think, it's probably a hard question to ask, but do you think is there one piece of content you're most proud of out of all that?
Yeah, I try and think about this often, because I'm like, well, if anybody ever asks me, then I can have a good answer, and it's finally come. I've got two videos that I'm most proud of. Number one is the history of Terraria, because I felt like I was the best person to make it, because I had all of this personal insight into it, and I could recall a lot of things and show a lot of things that people couldn't, because I've been keeping a big archive of the game over the past 10 years. Right. And then the second one is the Terraria 1.4 trailer, which I actually co-produced with my friend, and yeah, I'm really proud of that. That was really cool.
I'm trying to make comparisons to sort of the Minecraft world where my history and my past is. I remember some of the guys that were in the community at the time sort of got to come in on and do the trailer for that game as well.
You want about Hat Films?
Yeah. I think they did it wasn't a snapshot at the time. It was sort of
it was the beta updates. They did beta. I think it was beta 1.4 to 1.9. I want to say, because I remember them coming out and they were pretty hype at the time.
I remember when the Pistons came out.
Yeah, that's the one I remember the most, the Pistons one.
Yeah, I did a documentary and I don't think I included that specific one. Ooh. I regret it. I'm going to have to do it all again.
Yeah, that's it. I'd start from the beginning now. That was probably for me, that was my favorite one. I think the one after that was set in, I want to say like some kind of mountainy mansion or something like that. But yeah, I love the Hat Films trailers. I think they're really good. I wish they did more, to be honest.
Definitely. No, I mean, like, they were in early, like earlier than I realized. Like when I did do the research, I realized like, wow, they were at the, like some of the very first conventions. Like they were probably in it around about the same time like the Lewis and Simon and all those guys were as well. Like
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lewis and Simon started in like early 2011, maybe late 2010. Because I remember when I made my channel, all I was doing was watching them every day. Like when I was that age. Yeah, so I remember 100%. Being like, I'm going to be a Minecraft YouTuber. That's how I started.
And then you're now a Terraria YouTuber.
Yeah.
And now 10 years on, I mean, we've kind of got Hytale. I mean, as far as Hytale goes, you know about the game. You've covered it back in 2019 for a few videos, back when like blog posts were a bit more plentiful, I feel. How'd you hear about the game, just out of interest? Because you're in the Terraria world, so I was just wondering like what your sort of interest there was.
Well, for me, the way I found out about it was because of Noxy on Twitter. He posted the trailer and I was like, oh, I'll take a little look at this. And I thought it was amazing. But for just me personally, like I'm not super into Minecraft. Like I try and play it. I can't stick with it anymore. But Hytale just looks like something completely different. Like it really caught my attention because I'm from a different mindset where like a lot of channels that are focused on one game, like I'm focused on Terraria, are kind of always looking for the next thing. Whereas me, not so much. But so when I saw Hytale, I was like, this is amazing. I was instantly drawn in when I saw it.
I think a lot of people in my audience and just in general watching that trailer can probably reciprocate as well. Like I think it's a breath of fresh air for not just like Minecraft players, but a lot of different different people.
Back in the day, Starbound was made by the original artist for Terraria. And at the time, I used to talk to the Starbound developers, and Noxy was part of that at the time. So I remember speaking to Noxy when I was like 15 years old and him giving me this Starbound key early, and like us just chatting and that's how I found out about Hytale. I didn't know that he would go on to like work at Hypixel and stuff and then do everything else. I had no idea.
Well, yeah. It's interesting, like, because I got into the sort of gaming event scene.
Yeah.
So I was doing like Minecraft booth stuff with the Nox crew.
Oh, cool.
And I remember those guys were sort of like an entity there, like as either Hypixel or whatever it was that they were doing. Yeah. And he was always like, he seemed like a very like I want to say like father figure to some of the people in the community. He was very like leader-esque, and a lot of people like I know looked up to him. And so I didn't never really talk to him or anything, but knowing now that back in that time he was like contemplating Hytale, or like even had a demo of it or something.
Yeah, well,
it's crazy to think
I could totally see that. Like, yeah, like he looked after me when I was like 15 and got me this code early, which meant a lot to me because I was only like a very small channel, and for him to be like, here you go, and he got me at like nice and early in the morning, it was ace. Yeah.
Wow. How big were you at that time?
I want to say like 10,000 subscribers. Wow. So really small in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, at the moment, as it stands, like Hytale and Hypixel Studios, I mean, I know they support creators sort of big and small.
Yeah.
But really, with the Hytale community, it seems they've just been sort of going all out, giving the support everywhere they can, and it's super appreciated.
Yeah,
super
I love that. Like them jumping into your Thanksmas stream and donating, and they gave you all like little signature items, right? Like you all had a part of a collection. I thought that was really cool.
It's like a little minifigure sort of thing.
I was streaming at the same time. So when mine was finished, I went and watched a bunch of yours.
Yeah, because was yours Thankmas as well?
I did. Or? Yeah, I did a Terraria one.
Right, that makes sense. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we genuinely weren't expecting the turnout we got either, and it was just so, I just felt so fulfilling, because like, I mean, I'd seen my friends do charity events, and I've helped set them up, but I've never really been sort of at the center of one, if you know what I mean, and it's so... It just felt good.
It's good, yeah. No, I was the same way, like in reverse, where I've only ever been part of them because other people had set them up. But this was one that like I set up myself from start to finish. I was really happy with how it went. But yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, and the total was massive. I know that Jack was super proud of what happened.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, it was good stuff. I hope it happens next year. It'd be cool if it does.
Awesome. I hear a bell ringing. I think that's possibly our sponsor. This video is sponsored by ServerPro. ServerPro now offer virtual private servers that have the strength, storage, and speed to host some of your favorite games. Minecraft, Terraria, Counter-Strike, Rust, and Factorio, all with one-click installers. There's even comms software like TeamSpeak. Each VPS runs on the latest version of Ubuntu and comes with a root secure shell. You can get the High 2v Core or Ultra 4v Core package by heading to the link in the description below and clicking the VPS tab. Back to the video. So, I think we were discussing a time to talk a couple of days ago. And a few hours later, I stumbled onto PewDiePie's channel and saw you were streaming live with PewDiePie.
Yeah, with Felix. Yeah, just another normal day in my world.
You mind talking a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So the context is I am a massive fan of PewDiePie.
Right.
I've been watching him for like 9 years, I want to say, maybe more, to the point where, like, I remember on my 17th birthday, I got a pair of PewDiePie socks, you know? For the next birthday, I got some more PewDiePie. I'm a big fan. I really do love his channel. So the context is basically, he's tried streaming Terraria a couple of times, and me just being like a fan of Felix, I linger around in those live streams. They're always at a really good time for me. Like, it's when I'm chilling in the days, when I'm eating lunch. So I watch a bit of his stream, I do my work. So I kind of just lingered around in his live stream enough that he just kind of picked up on who I was, which in his mind is just a nice guy that knows a lot about Terraria, which is kind of what I am in reality. Nice. So he never really saw me as a YouTuber, just as a helpful guy. So I messaged him back in December, and I just said, hey, next time you're playing Terraria, I've got this really good character. We could play together. Because I had my character from my Thanksmith stream, and it was like right at the same point that he'd left off, and I was like, oh, that's a really good crossover, because I don't usually have these spare characters that have nothing to do with them, because I'm a Let's Player. And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, holy crap, Felix responded to my message. Like, this is really strange. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It's interesting. So he didn't know sort of like that you had a channel. He just sort of, you were in his chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe he might have twigged that I was a YouTuber eventually, but no, it's just a regular in his chat. You know,
like, obviously from my perspective, like, knowing who you are for so many years, and like then obviously knowing who he is, and just to see that he saw you as just someone that was like a super helpful, or like clearly looked up in the community, like from my perspective looking up, like, it's like, wow.
So the conclusion is that he was playing Terraria again the other day, and he like logged onto his world, and he was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. He's like, I can't remember any of it. So I just wrote in his chat, I said, call me. And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, I didn't really expect him to call me. Like, I wasn't really being serious. I was like sat downstairs just like watching on my phone or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to call now. And I was like, Christ.
running up the stairs.
Yeah, so I'm like running up the stairs, and I was like shaking with nerves. And I'm like trying to enter my Discord password and just like fumbling all over the place. But I managed to get the password right. And yeah, he invited me in. It was really good. Like, the second we got into a call, the nerves went. It was almost like stepping into one of his videos. Like, it's really surreal. And it's like, now that it's happened, I'm like, did that really happen? I know that sounds like a cliche, but it kind of is true. I'm just like, did that really happen?
Yeah, it seemed to go like quite quick. Like, I skipped back to the point where you joined in just to sort of like get some context on the whole thing. But yeah, you seemed fine. You seemed really interesting. Like, you both actually like bounced off each other really well. Like, it was super awesome.
That was it. I felt like I think because I played, this is a weird tangent, but I played a lot of Among Us in the summer, and I got to play with a lot of people that I like adore, big YouTubers that I love, like, for example, Sips from the Yogscast. I love Sips. He doesn't know, but I'm a big fan. So I kind of learned that just like, you've just got to talk to people as a person. So when I jumped into the call, that's all I did. Like, I just roasted him straight away. And like, I know nothing else. Like, this is all I can do. But it was fun. I really hope it'll happen again. I think maybe it will do. If he ever plays Terraria again, I think he'll keep me on tab, because now we're mates and all that. Be good.
Yeah, for sure. You're like the go-to wizard.
Yeah, that's it. I'm dishing out Terraria knowledge left, right, and centre if he needs me.
Well, that's super useful. I've been personally sort of in and out of Terraria, I guess you could say, through the years. Like, I got it way back at the start, like just like everyone else that sort of got in early. So a large part of that free content has come from like updates, and so I got a lot out of that price that I paid way back then. And I'm just trying to think who I used to watch. It was like, I think he was called like Hero.
Yeah, Hero.
Like,
yeah, he was
like all caps.
Yeah. He was a Terraria YouTuber. He doesn't post as much now. But yeah, he's like an OG. Like when people look to the original Terraria content creators, I was around, but I was small. The originals were Hero, a channel called Euromir, and then Pedguin, who's now part of the Yogscast.
Pedguin, yeah, I'm aware of him. I didn't watch his Terraria content though.
Wow. For him, in his mind, that's great that you know of him and you didn't watch that stuff, because he wanted always to be a variety channel. So he's done that now, and it's really nice to see.
No, definitely, yeah. I know him more through like Martin's stream and like my side of the Yogscast sort of there where I dabble in the community. But yeah, I think I started watching you a bit later on. After I got like a bit more deeper into things, like some updates had came out and like just everything expanded massively, and there was like thousands of items. I was just curious, like, do you have a team? Is it just you? Like, what's the situation?
So it's just me. I record, edit, make the thumbnails, do the titles. Yeah, it's just me. I feel like I would love to maybe hire somebody one day to do editing, but for now I'm just like, I feel like, I don't know, it all feels still too personal to share with other people before it's all cut down. So
definitely,
I don't know, maybe one day.
I feel like Terraria existed like it's obviously had a large lifespan, but like a lot of that early game hype existed before the whole like super monopolization of YouTube, or not, I guess industrialization, where everything sort of became like very factory produced and very quick, like daily uploads, very like
now it's all you are right, like a lot of it's just churned out. It's like, all right, cool, sit down for 20 minutes, send that to an editor, that's a 10-minute video, bop it out. That's it.
It can be a stress
not there's anything wrong with that though.
No,
don't get me wrong.
Of course not. Yeah, it can be a stress relief. Like I sit there and spend 6 hours trying to edit like a 3-minute section of a video, and I'm like, I could just get someone else to do this, but it's part of that letting go of the idea that you know yourself better than anyone else.
That's it.
I see you experimenting with shorts recently.
Yeah.
Is that going well? How's that?
Yeah, shorts are pretty interesting. I had an inclination that YouTube were gonna start promoting them really heavily, and I always just kind of thought, well, how would you really do that as a Terraria channel? So I sat down and I was like, well, if I've got to make a video that looks like a square, I would try an older version of Terraria. So I started, my first one was just like with a really old version of Terraria, then bringing it into modern day, because that's a video I really wanted to make, but I thought if that's a full video, I think people would just get bored.
Right.
And then I tried one the other day with the PewDiePie clip, and that one's doing all right. It's, I don't know. You make zero money on them though. Like, like you I think literally make zero. So there's that.
The only monetized views, I think, are when it's viewed on like desktop, and they don't get really shown on desktop or like ever. That's
because people would rather not watch it on desktop. Like when it pops up in shorts, it's really good. I think the short shelf has got loads of potential, but watching that just as a normal viewer, it's just like, oh my god, I want a normal size video.
I was saying to a friend, it's a very good like awareness tool. For extending your brand beyond just like the regular uploads. It's like it goes on the shelf, you can sort of push your personality or your type of content, and it's like a mini little ad essentially.
That's kind of how I thought of it as well. I just thought it's a little slice. I don't know if I'll do more though. Do you know what, if they made an app, I would do it full time, for real. I'd make them every day, but until it gets an app, because they're fun to make and they don't take long.
Chippy, have you heard of TikTok?
Well,
right. So I was going back to, I was just talking about like how I watched your channel and played the game, but I think I had a dry spell for like a long time, and didn't get back into it until like last year when the Journey's End update dropped.
What a good update to get into,
right? And so like, I mean, did you notice that dry spell with more than just like, it wasn't just me, right? I think that happened with more than...
For sure. Like I feel like a lot of Terraria fans kind of they almost checked out after Terraria 1.3. There was a few like micro updates that came out, and they were fun, but there were micro updates. I feel like if you were like a big Terraria fan, you just moved to modded, so the modding scene exploded. And that's what I pretty much did for like 3 years while we waited for an update. And then like Journey's End has brought people back and more. I would say, like, there are so many new Terraria channels now and so many new players. Like, I was pretty good at knowing everyone in my comments, and like I see new people every day now. Like, I feel like the game's probably at its peak now, weirdly.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Pewds playing it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I think
Tommy in it as well.
Yeah, I was about to say
channel.
Tommy in it. I think I saw him playing it the other day.
Yeah, he mentioned me on his stream. I was quite flattered, to be honest.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these like newer gen creators will have grown up watching a lot of like these. I was going to call you older guys, but I don't want to like offend you.
Yeah, well, I kind of am now, to be honest. I try like. It's weird because you gotta frame it in your head, but like I am an old channel. 10 years is old.
Yeah, it's like
is really old.
in YouTube generations.
Yeah, but I try think of myself now as a fresh channel. Like we've just hit 800,000, and I feel like I'm like a new channel again. I feel like I'm like, right, let's get things excited. Let's get to 1 million. Let's go past that.
Well, speaking about that, obviously this is the Hytale Log. So
yeah,
give me some of your
Hytale.
Give me some of your more updated thoughts on the game. Like, what aspect out of everything sort of lights that spark in you as a gamer, like, and as a content creator, I guess?
So for me, it looks a lot like Minecraft, really mixed with Terraria. It's this, seemingly open-ended world. And I love the idea of the zones. I think that really draws me because that's a lot like, they're distinct. They remind me specifically of biomes in Terraria. How you move from, for example, Zone 1 and it's chill. Zone 2 gets a little bit harder. Zone 3 gets a little bit harder. Like for me, that's like going from, the overworld to the underground desert to the underground jungle. I like as well that it seems like a game that isn't primarily focused on building, because I'm more of like an action character. I'm not really into building too much. So I see that like a lot of the stuff they've shown is more prefabs and
exploration.
Yeah, exploration, and the homes that you do see that people have built are more like cozy and tight. And I feel like I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's more me. So that's what excites me about Hytale. I really do believe the game will be great. I really believe that.
One thing that like always gets me when I think back to Terraria is like that idea of the base building, and you've got like that very limited amount of space because you're on a 2D plane, and you've got to like make everything look good. And I spent hours just trying to get all my workstations in the same location so that I could use them in like one spot.
yeah, that's it. Terraria players like to keep it condensed. I just wonder about, the only thing I wonder about Hytale is like, they may have already revealed it and you'll probably know, but like, because Starbound had this problem where you have multiple zones, so a very large open world, and you're incentivized to progress through the zones, right? Mm-hmm. So where's the incentive to build? That's the only thing, and I feel like that is what's gonna really separate it from Minecraft's audience. The fact that if you build in Zone 1 and go to Zone 2, you're never going back to Zone 1. You're gonna keep going to the end. Unless they implement some kind of teleportation pylon system like Terraria.
So I will touch on that a little bit. I actually agree with you to a certain degree, but there is something that they announced in a article last year. So it basically says that their idea originally was to go from Zone 1 to 2 to 3 as like a progression.
Got ya.
But now they're aiming to make it more like you spawn in either of them. Like, so you can spawn in Zone 1, 2, or 3, and there's like equal layers of progression in all of them so that you can sort of swap over.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And then the progression would come more with like when you go to Zone 4, 5, and 6, I think that's sort of like their idea is you have the starter 3 zones and then the later ones.
I really like that. That probably solves a lot of the issues, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, I'm in Zone 1. I want to settle in Zone 2. So you just immediately walk to Zone 2. And then you can be like, right, cool, this is the one I wanted. Yeah. I'll settle here. And then I'll go do the exploration and like the adventure stuff. That's cool. I like that. That actually sounds better, to be honest.
Definitely. And I think another thing with Terraria is it has a huge modding scene. Like the modding scene is huge. And so I'm trying to imagine something like Calamity and Hytale.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really good. Yeah. Like Calamity and Thorium are basically like Terraria 2. Like it really is that expansive, it's that much content, it bridges so many gaps. Yeah, I guess that's the interesting thing about Hytale. It's not one that I think about too much, where, it's not just a game, it's an engine that people can manipulate and do a lot of different things with. Like, that sounds promising, but when I think about the game in my mind, I think about the base game to begin with. And I'll check out mods. I'll be excited to see what happens. But when I think about the core idea, I just think about the base game.
Right. Definitely.
And it looks good.
I mean, yeah, no, it's super, super appetizing. I mean, I watch that trailer probably at least 2 times a week, either just through editing clips or like just browsing or whatever. But
all right, question. Real talk. On a percentage scale, how much do you think is real gameplay?
In the trailer?
Yes.
I want to believe 100%.
I think 5%.
Do you not believe... okay, so when you say real gameplay, do you think rendered or do you think scripted?
Rendered. As in
3D rendered.
I feel like a lot of it is animated, 3D rendered, not scripted. Scripted is like...
as in like not in-game, basically.
Oh, wait, no way. I don't know if I've got the right terminology, but when I think of scripted, I think of like... You walk past an area and like 5 ducks come out and it's atmospheric. That's scripted. Like they place the ducks there, the ducks walked out on cue, kind of thing. That's
like an E3 showcase sort of thing.
Yeah. So that's fine. I feel like the rest of it is like animation. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. When I watch it, I'm like, that's all animated, but I still love it though.
I mean, like, do you not like? I mean, I don't know, but do you keep up with the like other clips and like other gameplay footage and stuff? I mean, do you think that looks different to what was in the trailer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like that looks real, like really real, and the trailer looks like it's like CGI.
I mean, it's a tough job that they would have had to set the ball really high and then had to like replicate that quality in their game.
Yeah,
which is pretty crazy.
But I quite like the idea of that. I don't know.
Maybe that's what took them so long, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the trailer is amazing though. Got another question.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Do you think it will come out in 2021?
I want to believe that they're going to do some sort of like open access. Not open access, like some sort of like, where they...
You think they'll go down the beta route?
Yeah, definitely. Well, they've got to do beta now because they've
promised it. Yeah.
So I think they will eventually do a more open beta, but I think they'll probably do a more closed, like maybe alpha testing or like a private beta or something at some point. They've got to be able to get it in the hands of like people who are playing this and are going to be giving their opinions on it. So like, creators, press, all those people need to see it, and they are reaching out and doing a lot more in the last couple of months. I know that they were probably counting on something like an E3, and that COVID probably kind of completely ruined that. So that's why I'm thinking that they're trying to go for maybe like an early beta and then release next year when everything's coming back to normal and like there's conventions again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I feel like like being a big Terraria fan, like the thing with Terraria updates is like a lot of them are promised a lot earlier than delivered. This is kind of like part of the theme with the game. So like I come into it as a Terraria fan, I go 2021, no way.
Wow.
Summer 2022. That's my bet for the beta. Summer 2022.
I feel like the only reason people are so hopeful of it this year is because they've waited so long. But like then again, like it's one of those where you second guess yourself at this point or read too far into information. I'm telling my audience to just sort of sit, wait, hope. Like I place my bets on something happening this summer. Like if it doesn't, then it's sort of like
I used to say to my audience, I used to just be like, just chill. Like, just relax. I obviously I would love for it to come out this year. I'd love some kind of like beta or just insight or just an hour of just raw gameplay. Like, I would love that if they could get that out this year. Just even an hour-long video of just them just enjoying the game. That'd be cool.
I mean, they released like a minute-long video last week, and I went so crazy over it. I was like breaking down every detail, every block. I was like,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I would as well. I would. I saw that clip. It's like the one in the house, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. With there's like a Kweebec plushie in there at the top and stuff.
So good.
I think.
Alert! Hytale Memes section inbound.
Hey! I love a good meme.
Thank you, Kweebec Corner. It looks like we're getting Hytale memes. So I actually have a small collection of memes here cultivated from the lovely people over at twitter.com and my Discord server. So yeah, I just wanted to share some with you. Let me whip up Discord real quick and
yeah. I feel like for a little bit of context, making Hytale memes before being able to play. letting us play so we can make
the context for Captain Sparkles posted that one to Simon Hypixel when he asked for Hytale memes before the game was out.
Please help the meme economy. Come on now, Hytale. We need it, all right? Have you seen the train wreck that was the past 14 months? Come on now. We need it.
There's like a lot of comparisons in the community between like Hytale and Minecraft.
Yeah, of course.
So
POV, you just
their retaliation.
Like a load of Minecraft. Love that.
People getting really sick of it.
It's all right. Don't worry. I play 2D Minecraft. Preaching to the choir.
There's a race in Hytale that the channel is based off called Kweebec.
Right.
And for some reason, the community has took it upon themselves this month to make it a bit of a meme and also kind of a worrying trend of burning them or drawing them burning or anything to do with them burning. They are made of wood, mind you. They are tree people, so
this is fine.
Yeah, this is a meme that they
Wait,
posted.
is that Kweebec or is that Crash Bandicoot? You tell me.
Crossover event.
I love it. Yeah, that's good. I should say, for a little bit of context, just for the people listening at home, you did ask me what is my favorite. Did you say race or enemy in Hytale?
Mob.
Yeah, mob.
Just mob in general,
I did not have an answer because I love Hytale, but I've never read into it like that. I didn't know. I know what a Kweebec is.
Perfect.
I didn't know the names of anything else. I should have said Kweebec. I should have got in the good books right away. Does they count as a mob because they're like a friendly race?
Yeah, I guess they could be called a mob and a faction, I guess, because they're like a bit more sentient. But yeah, I mean, you better start worrying about the quiz coming up.
Nice.
So this meme's a bit more your standard for your opinion on when.
That's right. I got my glasses on. Let me just click on. Remember, I'm a boomer channel. Hey kids, dinner will be ready in a few minutes.
Only 20 more years.
Yeah, only 20 more years. We'll be there. I reckon the channel will still be running for you.
Do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Come on, 10 years, one game. Look, I'm living proof.
I'm doing my best to pace myself here. I mean, we've been going almost a year and a half now without the game being out. I think we're doing well.
Is that how long it's been since the trailer? A year and a half, really?
It's been 2 years since the trailer. I started about 5 months after the trailer came out. Yeah,
wow,
pretty crazy. That's
crazy. Yeah,
that's why people think the debate or something will happen this year because 2 years. Like, what are you doing? What are you taking? What's taking so long? If you've shown us gameplay, then
these people have never seen Breath of the Wild. Let me tell you, Breath of the Wild was like trailer came out 4.5 years later.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they learn from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's it. No, I want it to be perfect. I want them to really polish it because you only get one chance. It's like Cube World.
Oh, you're 100% right. Yeah, and especially after this much anticipation, every month that goes by, expectations go up, which is not fair technically on them, but it's what the precedent they're setting in this.
Well, this is for real. This is what I actually quite like. So, do you know when they dialed down on the blog posts and they were like, "We're doing it so to lower expectations in a way, to lower the buzz." When I recently covered Hytale, 80% of the comments were, "I've never heard of Hytale. It's really cool." And it's working. I think it's going to work well for them, for real. I think when they can, and they're a little bit closer, and they're like, here's another trailer, I think it'll work so well, because people go, oh yeah, Hytale, like that excitement's going to come back in an instant, and it won't be with all the, the dread.
Definitely. I mean, my channel sees waves of viewership, but that's gone down a lot in the last year just because the interest isn't there. But I know, and that's why I'm sort of pinning my stakes on, is the idea that is going to bounce back eventually. Kind of like a cryptocurrency.
100%. Yeah, like a crypto.
Hytale to the moon.
That's it. Hytale to the moon. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Speaking of which, this is my reaction when Hytale comes out.
All right. Okay. Oh, it's a video. Nice.
You might want to turn your volume down.
I'll turn it up, maybe.
Turn it
down. My volume's to the moon. Oh, I love this already. Let's get it, dragon. Love it. Yeah, that's great.
Perfect. I've got one last video to show you because I
wish it was a little bit louder,
I'm sure you've seen a lot of the. I don't know. Have you seen a lot of the footage? I don't know if you've seen this one. It's a bit of a meme.
Ooh, crab dance, nice. Ooh. Oh, love it. Oh my god.
Isn't it
Did
cool?
somebody edit that themselves? Christ.
No, that's in game.
Oh, they put
released
that out with them all on the beach. Wow.
Yep.
I've seen them do a few memes. I hadn't seen this one.
They're pretty cultural, pretty internet savvy. As it
I remember at the start they were like super savvy with a lot of stuff.
I mean, I think their whole mentality and their approach to things is really next generation. We've never really seen a company do this before with so much tactility. I don't know. Some word that's good.
Yeah, and they seem to love YouTubers as well, and that's what I like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they love fan artists. They've got a Discord dedicated, the sort of Slack channel dedicated to fan artists, and they all like. I've seen Noxy defend fan artists in like not Twitter drama, but just like various scenarios, and he's been really good faith. Like you said, he came on the stream. They're all super cool.
Yeah, they're really good. Like I remember when they started ramping down the blog posts and stuff. They were like, we know YouTubers are already into this. We know that people are going to set up channels based on this. They were like, so we will have like a constant flow, but here's a good warning. And then even like just offering like a quick and easy download button for every blog post. Like, that's super handy. A lot of companies don't do that.
You have no idea how happy I was when they did that.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, I could download the thing. I didn't have to. It's so annoying. I had to go through everything and download it individually, or like screen record the video.
Yeah,
it was so frustrating.
And they're pretty relaxed about their YouTuber rules as well, which is always good to see.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's a pleasure using their OST. Honestly, I get compliments about that, and I'm always like, go tell those guys. Like, honestly, like all the music I use is mainly from Hytale, because it's just so good. I dream of the day I could play the game while listening to the soundtrack.
To the soundtrack. And
I'm glad.
That'd be funny.
I'm glad to see creators sort of coming from all different genres, like we were talking about earlier. Like you're from Terraria, obviously. There's a bunch of other people sort of all checking it out, and I think it's going to be really enjoyable, like insightful. Yeah, and getting to hear all the perspectives from all the different places. And what do you think Hytale should take from Terraria specifically? What should they learn from it as a sort of survival game, like with the modability and everything?
I would say the best thing they could do is to just make the progression as fun as possible. You should really feel rewarded for exploring. There should be a real enjoyment out of that. I feel like if you're going to take from Terraria or Minecraft, take Terraria's approach to bosses. Lots of bosses, lots of really fun fights. Like, make it fun. Like, don't just add 2 bosses, add 15 if you can. I would also say just steal like a lot of the quality of life stuff, just in terms of like inventory management, quick stacking to chests, automatic chest sorting, just being able to quickly, equip armor, maybe like still pylons. I don't know if you know what pylons are, but pylons let you jump between the biomes and stuff. Like, steal that, bang that in Hytale.
Slap it on that.
Rob as much as you can from Terraria, honestly. Like, I feel like that's what... I feel like it will, though, in a way. Like, I feel like a lot of Minecrafters think it'll be more Minecraft than out. I think it'll be more Terraria. That's my gut feeling.
Noxy there taking notes. Chippy said it's okay.
Yeah, that's it. Noxy, that's the go-ahead. That's all you need. Look, listen, I got my own item in the game. That's enough authority.
Oh, I think I hear a...
Alert, alert. We're now ready for the quiz. We're not asking... I'll start that again.
I thought this was a joke. Okay. I thought the quiz was a joke. No. Now I'm nervous. I'm ready.
Now you've got a quiz. We're not asking you what your Hytale mob is, because you're a wizard. You're magical. You could probably transform into any mob if you wanted to anyway. So we'll give you a little wizard icon right there on the scoreboard. Okay, you've got 60 seconds on the clock to answer 10 questions. Half of them are themed around Terraria, and half of them are themed around Hytale.
Oh, this is cool.
I actually remembered the timer. Let me just type that in. Okay, and you can also pass if you don't know the answer. Okay. Excellent.
Right, okay.
Let's get started.
Wait, can I pass to you? Are you going to answer them?
No. Your pass means you skip the question. You skip it. You forfeit. You forfeit the chance to get it right.
All right.
All right. Let's go. You starting now. What year did Terraria officially release?
May 2011.
Correct. Which iconic Minecraft duo were featured in the Hytale trailer?
Simon and Lewis.
Correct. The requirement for the Witch Doctor NPC is to find the jungle biome. True or false?
Incorrect.
Correct. What is the name of the troll-inspired race in Zone 1 of Hytale?
Goblins.
Incorrect. To the closest 10 million, how many copies of Terraria has sold across all platforms as of 2020?
30.
Million, correct.
Hey.
What year was Hytale announced?
2018.
Correct. How many pre-hard mode bosses exist in Terraria?
All right, so let me answer like count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Incorrect. Name an element from the Hytale element, and your time is up.
Oh no!
I think you got 5. You got 5 correct. That was unbelievable. I can't believe you got the million question, but not the bosses.
But not the bosses. Wait, well, how many did I count? All right, King Slime, Queen Bee, that's 2. Skeletron, Eater of Worlds, Eye of Cthulhu, 5.
I had 7. There was 7 on the wiki listed
7?
Listed as pre-hard mode bosses.
7. What?
Is that right?
I'm up on Terraria wiki. Look,
let's see.
Look, let's see. Bosses. All right, which ones did I get wrong? Yeah, King Slime 1, Eye Cthulhu 2, Eater of Worlds 3, a Brain of Cthulhu. All right, we'll forget it. Oh, Wall of Flesh. I forgot 2.
I gotcha.
Amazing.
So I think you got 5 points, which gives 5,100 million Kweebec points.
Oh, nice.
Well done, good sir. Well done.
Gordon, I need to know the answer to the one I didn't know. What's the
Oh, that's the Trorks. The Trorks.
Right.
They're based on trolls and orcs.
Amazing. What was the last question?
The last question was name an element from the Hytale element wheel. Sorry, Kweebec Corner.
Where did Gordon go?
I had to take over the microphone.
Sorry, I'm in the background here. I just decided to. I'm getting tired. I can't stay on the mic for longer than 5 minutes.
Gordon. I'm surprised your voice sounds normal after that.
I try.
That's good.
So I mean,
amazing.
Looking to the future, you're still hard at work on Terraria, of course, but what have you got in mind for Hytale when it comes out? Have you got anything you'd really like to focus on once the game releases?
I think for me, honestly, I would love to let's play it. That would be amazing. Like, if I could let's play it and my audience are like great and they react well to it, that would be great. You know, and in a way, like, I do want to keep up with news, but I want to do it at my own pace. I want to be like very flexible with the way I approach stuff.
Definitely.
So if I could do that, that'd be nice. But I think I'll probably like ramp into that like a little bit closer to release if possible. Then I can like really research, because like I need to know the name of the talks in reality. If you're gonna make good stuff, you gotta know that.
100%. And I mean, well, just in general for 2021, are you prepared? You ready for whatever you've got planned for your channel already without Hytale?
Yeah. In 2021, more Let's Plays for me. I want to talk about the modding scene, because this year we'll probably see the release of modded 1.4, and I just want to keep people in the loop with like what's going on with Relogic. You know, they're in a transitional period at the minute. You know, they're jumping from Terraria to whatever comes next, and it looks like the ball might start be rolling on that soon, because of the fact that they're already like running tests on the artists for, you know, art styles and stuff. So I just want to be around for that. That would make me happy.
It's very cool, and they're at war with Google. I'll cut that bit out.
They can leave it in, it's fine, don't worry, they don't mind. They've already scorched that earth.
Perfect. Look, Chippy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's been real fun.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having me.
To hear your side of everything. Yeah, honestly. Have you got any last words for the people? Anything you'd like to say or shout out?
Subscribe to Kweebec Corner.
Aww.
Support a creator, you know? He makes good stuff.
Oh, that means a lot.
Bet you didn't even know I was a viewer, did you? You didn't even know. You didn't even know, did you?
Putting my hands up. Now you've done this to me. Now you're gonna have to do this to Sips. You're gonna have to come clean.
No, I actually am. Like, I actually do watch the channel.
No, that's super interesting.
Yeah, I've actually tweeted you out a few times as well.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, when you came to me and was like, "Hey, would you like to be a part of it?" and you were explaining it, and I was just like, "I've already watched one."
Oh wow. Okay. That's actually super cool.
Know. Yeah. No, you're a good channel. I think you do great stuff. I love all the Hytale YouTubers. I think you're all great. You've all got the right idea.
Sometimes I'm like sitting there just sort of thinking like, I wonder who is watching, because half of them just don't hit subscribe, so I don't know who's watching or not.
That's it. So you're gonna hit subscribe, all right? That's my message.
Gotta hit the subscribe button. Look, thank you so much again. Awesome. I'm gonna let Gordon take the mic once more to play us out.
Thank you. That's my line.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Gordon.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this installment of the Hytale Log. Come back next month for another chat as we prepare for the spectacular, awe-inspiring, sensational, brilliant, and fantastically amazing game that is Hytale.
Stay safe and keep free.